What makes something right or wrong? And how does our understanding of morality change as we grow? American psychologist Lawrence Kohlberg was fascinated by these questions. Building on the work of Jean Piaget, he proposed a detailed theory of moral development, the way people come to understand ethics, justice, and moral reasoning over time. Kohlberg's research began in the 1950s. He presented children, teens, and adults with moral dilemmas and analyzed how they reasoned through them, not just what they decided, but why. The most famous of these is the Heinz dilemma. Heinz's wife is dying from a rare illness. A drug that might save her is too expensive, and the pharmacist refuses to lower the price. Heinz can't afford it, so he breaks into the pharmacy and steals the drug. Should Heinz have stolen the medicine? Was it right or wrong? Kohlberg wasn't interested in whether people said yes or no. Instead, he focused on the reasoning behind their answers. From these responses, he identified 3 levels of moral development, each divided into 2 stages, for a total of 6 stages. Let's walk through them. Level 1. Pre-conventional morality, typically ages 4 to 10. At this level, moral reasoning is based on personal consequences. Stage 1. Obedience and punishment orientation. Right and wrong are determined by what avoids punishment. For example, Heinz was wrong to steal because he could get caught and go to jail. Stage 2. Instrumental relativist orientation. Morality is guided by self-interest and rewards. For example, Heinz should steal it because he'll be happier if his wife lives. This level reflects egocentric thinking, similar to Piaget's earlier stages. Level 2. Conventional morality, typically ages 10 to 15. Here, morality is based on social rules and expectations. Stage 3. Good interpersonal relationships. Right and wrong depend on gaining approval and being seen as good. For example, Heinz should steal the medicine because he's being a good husband. Stage 4. Maintaining social order. Morality is about obeying laws and preserving the social system. For example, he shouldn't steal because stealing is against the law. At this stage, people value rules, authority, and maintaining order in society. Level 3. Post-conventional morality, typically 16 and up, but not everyone reaches this level. Here, morality is based on abstract principles and universal values. Stage 5. Social contract and individual rights. Laws are important, but they can be changed if they violate basic human rights. For example, Heinz was right to steal because the law is unfair in this case. Stage 6. Universal ethical principles. Moral reasoning is guided by internal principles like justice, equality, and human dignity, even if they conflict with laws. For example, saving a life is more important than obeying unjust laws. Kohlberg believed that few people reach stage 6. Historical figures like Gandhi or Martin Luther King Jr. might be examples. Now, it's important to know that Kohlberg's theory has faced criticism. One major critique came from psychologist Carol Gilligan, who argued that Kohlberg's model was biased toward male patterns of reasoning. She suggested that women might approach moral decisions with a focus on care and relationships, rather than justice and rules. Her ethics of care theory became a major alternative to Kohlberg's justice-focused framework. Other critics noted that people's moral reasoning can vary depending on the situation, and that actions don't always match stated reasoning. Still, Kohlberg's work was groundbreaking. It gave psychologists and educators a powerful tool for understanding how our moral reasoning develops with age, experience, and social context. In short, Kohlberg showed that moral development isn't just about learning rules, it's about how we come to reason through complex human dilemmas. In our next video, we'll explore a very different side of development: Sigmund Freud's theory of psychosexual stages, one of the most controversial in psychology.